Hi, my name is Jessica Critchfield, and I'm here with Michaela Schertz. Our other team members are Dalton, Jacob, and Miriam. We are excited to present our team's solution for the expansion of SINGA.
We asked our friend Eric, a refugee from Africa, what is difficult about moving to a new place.
The culture, the living, and the language was like a little bit difficult. Getting to know these people took me time. You know, when you are not from a particular country, you need to learn about the living, what they like, their culture, and the way they live their life in the country. That is the only way you can adapt to the habitant in the community where you are.
His concerns echo the concerns of other refugees and are exactly what SINGA is trying to address. The way we propose to address these concerns will be laid out in the following agenda.
So what is SINGA? SINGA started in France with the goal of helping refugees integrate into their community on both a personal and individual level. SINGA now wants to expand internationally and become more self-sustainable while retaining its SINGA-ness. They want to stay flexible and innovative, yet keep the autonomy at the local level and maintain a positive image of refugees. We are going to cover three main parts of our solution. First, the international location. 2, the global versus the local structure of SINGA. And 3, the use of technology. Each of these 3 points will have a positive impact on both the refugee and the volunteer. The best place to locate international headquarters is Brussels. According to a study on philanthropy in Europe, Belgian giving has reached record levels over the last few years, and Belgium also offers tax exemptions for nonprofits. However, this study emphasized that philanthropy in Europe varies by country and is always changing. Because of this, it's not as important to base location off of financial interests, but Brussels is still the best location because of the close proximity to the European Union headquarters. Being stationed in Brussels would provide lots of opportunities to network with lobbyists, politicians, and other nonprofit or for-profit organizations to get more donations and grow and expand SINGA worldwide. Locating in Brussels lets SINGA operate on an international scale and have financial stability from donations. SINGA needs a system that will allow donations to come from anywhere, and our solution will cover this on the next slide. So one major issue with going international for SINGA is deciding how to facilitate communication and donations between local level SINGA and SINGA International. Our solution is to keep the local level SINGAs operating similarly to their current state, where they are set up separately from the main SINGA organization. We are going to explain how this will work in the context of a €2 million donation. For the sake of simplicity, we will pretend that this money is coming from one donor located in France. So we have our donor, and he wants to donate directly to SINGA International. However, if France doesn't recognize a foreign SINGA International as a valid nonprofit, he won't receive the tax deductions in France by donating to SINGA International. So what can he do? Our proposal is that he donates the money directly to SINGA France. From there, we have 2 legal options. The first, as part of a contractual agreement between SINGA France and SINGA International, SINGA France can pay money to SINGA International for consulting and management fees. If SINGA International provides management, materials, directions, etc., this would allow them to transfer the money from the local level for use on the international level by charging for their services. With the initial donation of $2 million, SINGA France can pay most of it back to SINGA International in order for SINGA International to create the app and website that SINGA France can use, along with other consulting fees. After the initial startup and creation of the app, however, this setup would start to get problematic because SINGA International could not reasonably demand all of the funds from the donations, or that would look concerning to the governments in other countries. So SINGA International would have to start taking a much smaller cut of the donations. The other option is for SINGA France to give a sum of money as a grant to SINGA International. However, for this option to work, SINGA France would then retain control over the money and would decide how SINGA International could spend it. This also has its downsides because local leaders would have more say in the financial decisions of international SINGA, but that could be beneficial because SINGA International would be more involved in the local programs and would be held accountable to them. With either scenario, the donor still gets the tax benefits from France, and SINGA International gets money to spread to other local branches, whether through direct contributions or through a loan, as well as use the money for management and technology development. Donors can also donate directly to the international headquarters in Brussels if they are located in Belgium or if tax treaties allow for cross-border donations. But this structure will give the donors more flexibility in how they donate their money. Based on this setup, it doesn't necessarily matter where the donor comes from, and therefore it doesn't matter that Belgium might not hold the highest number of donors for SINGA. The goal would be for the local SINGAs to eventually support themselves based on donations from their countries, but until that happens, our solution allows SINGA International to get the funds where they need to go.
With that plan in mind, the management breakdown would look something like this. SINGA International will have an executive director with 3 directors underneath. One would be over programs that are big enough to be operated on a more global scale, one over administrative duties, donations, finances, new locations for SINGA, and so on, and the third would be over technology in developing a website and an app, which we will talk about later. At the local level, to start a new branch of SINGA, we would initially only need 2 employees, 1 full-time director and 1 part-time assistant. As the local branches become bigger and need to expand, additional employees could be easily hired. The program directors here at the local level have the autonomy to choose the programs to implement and can search for other existing programs that they might want to partner with.
Here we have some basic financial numbers. So if SINGA International gets almost all of the initial donations from SINGA France for the purpose of app and website development, plus their other consulting fees, this is how it could play out. We calculated that the cost of developing an app would be about 500,000 euros, so coupled with 250,000 for the website puts the total balance in SINGA's account at 2,250,000. Here are some numbers for setting up headquarters in Belgium, along with some basic examples for how much it would cost to set up local SINGA branches in 2 other cities. We used Amsterdam and Geneva as examples. After these setup costs, SINGA still has almost 2 million euros left in the account.
Now the rest of our solution rests on the idea of creating an app. In order to successfully operate internationally while retaining local autonomy, SINGA needs to utilize technology. Improving the website and creating an app is the best way to do this. Anyone who downloads the app would choose a language, and then they would be automatically connected to the page for their closest city through a GPS. They would then have the options of looking at programs in their city, learning more about cultural and social norms and their city, and reading stories of refugees and volunteers, and the option to donate.
An app can easily be used to quantify SINGA's expansion. There are many different ways to do this. SINGA could track the numbers of volunteers who want to help, the number of people who attend programs and events, the number of times the app is downloaded, as well as the amount of donations received through the app. Now, the app itself would be managed on the international level, but local chapters would need to have the ability to add new programs and activities through SINGA's website. This would allow SINGA International to know what was happening in each city and make sure that local branches are keeping the SINGA-ness. Yet the local branches can still choose how best to implement SINGA's mission through different programs. So for instance, the programs that show up for someone in Paris would be different from the programs that show up for someone in Berlin.
We won't talk much about the website since SINGA already has one and has plans for it, but there are 2 main goals that we would need to accomplish. First, instead of a separate website for each city, there needs to be just one seamless website for everything. This keeps SINGA international. However, there should be an option for the local directors to either manage their own pages or a place for them to upload new programs that would then be put onto the app. Changing the website to allow for these things will make SINGA much more flexible in the end and will let the international component have oversight of the individual cities.
An app is also extremely flexible because it has the option to improve and expand over time. So what might start out as a very simple app implemented within the next year can become an indispensable tool with lots of features in the next 5 years. Continuing to develop this app and the website will contribute to SINGA being able to expand globally and accomplish the goal of staying flexible at both the international and local level.
Our proposition of expanding SINGA internationally at a local level includes having an international parent organization based in Brussels with local branches in other countries. This allows for flexible transfer of donations between local branches and the international SINGA. Finally, connecting between the local and international level through the use of SINGA's website and an app will be quantifiable for SINGA's growth and accomplish SINGA's values. Thank you.